Hello everyone, myself Amita Maheswari. Today we are going to study Business Studies, Chapter 12 Consumer Protection. In this, first of all, we are going to study consumer. Who is a consumer? A person who has indicated his or her willingness to obtain goods and or services from a supplier with the intention of paying for them. Means that person who is ready to get the goods and services from the supplier and he is even ready to pay for them, that person is considered as a consumer. Someone who has purchased goods and or services for personal consumption, means he has not purchased the good for resale, but he has purchased the good for personal consumption. A person or group of people such as household who are the final users of the products or services, they are considered as the consumer, and the consumer's use is final in the sense that the product is usually not improved by the use. As soon as he is going to, or more and more he is going to use the goods, that goods is going to be deteriorated. So that person is considered as consumer. Here we are going to study Consumer Protection Act 1986. Why this Consumer Protection Act was being launched by the government? It was launched for uh, the rights of the consumer, to protect them from the malpractices done by the sellers. Cheated, some of the consumers are being cheated by the sellers. So to protect consumers from such malpractices, this Protection Act was being launched by the government. Here it is said that it better protect the interest of the consumers by creating an alternative dispute resolution mechanism exclusively for consumer. So this mechanism, Consumer Protection Act, is a mechanism which is going to resolve the disputes or the problems of the consumers, and it is only for the consumers. It created three-tier quasi-judicial consumer dispute redressal machinery at national level, state level and district level. Means these disputes are being resolved or solved at national level, state level and district level. At national level, NCDRC, state level, state commissions, district level, district forum. They solve the problems of the consumers. These are some of the cases since this act was being launched till 2010. How many cases are being filed, how many cases are being cleared, and how many cases are being pending till 2010. Now some of the features of the act, Consumer Protection Act. Let us see that this Consumer Protection Act gives 6 rights to the consumers. What are these rights? Let us see. First one is right to safety. Means right to be protected against the marketing of goods and services which are hazardous. You can see that some of the goods which are not good for the life of the people or the property or their property. Some goods are not safe for their life. For example, some of the electronic items, you can see the China products. These products, they are not that much safe. So they have right to protect themselves from the purchasing of such goods or marketing of such goods. The purchased goods and services availed of, which is available in the market, should not only meet their immediate needs but also fulfill long term interests. Means the goods they are going to purchase from the market, these goods should be long lasting. It should not be having short uh, time. It should not be for only short time. Second, before purchasing, consumers should insist on the quality of the product as well as on the guarantee of the products and services. Some of the durable goods, for example, fridge, television, these goods, whenever consumers purchase, they should insist to the sellers about the quality and the guarantee of the products. Most preferably, it is said that they should purchase that products which have quality mark, such as ISI mark or egg mark. Now another right is right to be informed. Means right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard and price of the goods so as to protect the consumers against unfair trade practices. Whenever consumer purchase the goods, it is necessary that each and every product should have label on it, and on that label all the details about the product should be mentioned. Expiry date, manufacturing date, how the product is being manufactured, all the ingredients on the label should be mentioned, where it is being produced, and everything should be mentioned in the label. So it is the right of the consumer to get all this information related to the product which he is going to purchase from the market. Consumer should insist on getting all the information about the product or service before making a choice or a decision. We can see in the market there are varieties of goods available. Before making any decision to purchase the goods, it is necessary that consumer should insist on getting all the information related to the goods he is going to select. This will enable him to act wisely and reasonably, and also enable him to desist from falling prey to high pressure selling techniques. Sometimes the marketing people, they are so smart that they provide us that goods which are quality wise not good, or they cannot able to sell to the smart consumers. So they make us fool, and they pressure us to purchase such goods. But instead of in purchasing such goods, we should be act wisely. We should choose the goods which is really good for us, or it is according to our requirement. Another right is right to choose, means right to be assured wherever possible of access to variety of goods and services at a competitive prices. These right to choose, this right is mostly used by the consumers when there is more competition in the market, or we can say in the competitive market where varieties of goods are available. In case of monopolies, where only single seller is there, it is assured, it is a right of the consumer to get assured that the goods they are getting from the single seller is quality wise and price wise fair. Here this right is mostly used in the competitive market. Right to be heard means that a consumer's interest will receive due consideration at appropriate forums. Whenever any consumer is facing any problem related to the goods they have purchased, maybe related to the price, maybe related to the quality, then they can be heard, they should be heard somewhere, maybe by the seller, maybe by the producer. Or in case if they deny to hear the problem of the consumer, then they can go to the government, and government has already made some of the forums. We have already seen at the national level, at the state level, and the district level. So right to be heard means there should be some court or some uh, group of people who is going to hear, who is going to solve the problem of the consumer. It also includes right to be represented in various forums formed to consider the consumer's welfare. So it is necessary that consumer should get their welfare. The consumer should form non-political and non-commercial consumer organization which can be given representation in various committees formed by the government, and other bodies in matters relating to consumers. Not only they should consumers should not only depend on the government forums, but they should formed some non-political and non-commercial consumer organizations. These organizations help each and every individual, those who are facing such problems, those who are being cheated, and they should represent them in front of the committees made by the government and other bodies related to such matters. Now, right to seek redressal means to get relief against unfair trade practices or scrupulous means unfair exploitation of the consumer. Redressal means to get relief of such unfair trade practices. It also includes right to fair settlement of the genuine grievances of the consumer. This court at the national level or at the district level or the state level. These courts settle the disputes of the consumers, and they give them welfare, or they give them genuine judgment in favor of the consumer. Consumer must make complaint for their genuine grievance. In case if they are really being cheated by the sellers, then it is their responsibility to complain against such sellers. Many times their complaint may be of small value, but its impact on the society as a whole may be very large. Sometimes it happens that consumers, they avoid such complaint, they don't do the complaints because they think that it is of very small value, but this will encourage the sellers to cheat more and more people by doing such unfair trade practices. So instead of ignoring such practices, they should complain against the seller or against the goods they are purchasing. They can also take the help of consumer organizations in seeking redressal of their grievances. In case if individual consumer cannot speak out, then they can go to the consumer organizations to get relief of their grievances. Grievances means problems. Right to consumer education means the right to acquire the knowledge and skill to be an informed consumer throughout the life. Ignorance of consumers, particularly of rural consumers, is mainly responsible for their exploitations. Consumer, they don't have knowledge that what rights are given to them. In case if they are being cheated by the sellers, mostly it happens in the rural areas, that they are uneducated and they don't know that in what way sellers are exploiting them. So they should know their rights and must exercise them. Only then real consumer protection can be achieved with success. Now there are some duties of the consumers also. First is insist on receipts or bill without fail on all the purchases made. Whenever they go to the shopping mall or any shops, it is necessary that they get the bill, proper bill of that goods they have purchased. Read information carefully on the packets before purchase. Whenever they purchase the goods, any type of good, it is necessary to get the details of the or read information of the goods in the packet, like mostly the expiry date. Do not feel tempted on misleading advertisement. Mostly the advertisement we see in the TV, these are misleading, these are not the real, and we should not be misled by them. Means after only watching the advertisement we are going to purchase the goods. This is the fault of the consumers, that they are being misled by the advertisement and they purchase the wrong goods, and they are facing the problems. Buy standardized products only, that is of ISI ECMARK brands. Mostly they should prefer that goods which are quality wise good and it is being having quality mark, that is ISI or ECMARK, means it is being checked by the government that the quality wise these goods are safe and good. File consumer complaints against defaults in goods, deficiency in services, or unfair trade practices. In case the consumers are having any problems related to the goods, means the goods are not good or having any deficiency in the services, then they can complain against such sellers or the producers. Now let us see what are the responsibilities. Consumers' responsibilities are responsibility of self-help, proof of transactions, proper claim, proper use of products or services. Responsibility of self-help. It is always desirable that the consumer should not depend on the seller for information and choice as far as possible. They should not only ask of the sellers that which good is good for them. Instead, they should select the goods by reading all the information given on the label of the product, and then they should have selection of the proper goods. which fulfill the desire or requirement of the consumer. Proof of transactions. The proof of purchase and documents related to purchase of durable goods should be invariable, obtained and preserved. They should have the proper bill, receipts of the product, mostly for the durable goods, and they should keep it in a proper place so that whenever they find any problem and it is under the warranty or guarantee, then they can replace it, or in case if seller deny to replace, then they can go to the consumer court if they have proper bill related to the product, then only, otherwise they cannot file any complaint against the seller. Proper claim. Consumers are expected to bear in mind that while making complaints and claiming compensation for loss or injury, they should not make unreasonably large claims. Means in case if it, it is necessary to complain against a small loss also, but they should not be unfair, and they should consumer should not be unfair, and they should not be asked for the large claims in case of small loss also. Proper use of products and services. Some consumers, especially during the guarantee period, make rough use of products, thinking that it will be replaced during the guarantee period. This is not fair on their part. They should always use the products properly. This kind of consumer court is available. National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, President of NCDRC, that is National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, Mr. Justice Ashok Bhan. National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, what it is? It is to provide inexpensive, speedy and summary redressal of consumer disputes. Means in very less charge, in very less charge means very less cost, the disputes are being solved. In very less time it is being solved, and the consumer get relief from their disputes. Quasi judicial bodies have been set up in each district and state and at national level, called district forums, the state consumer dispute redressal commissions, and the national consumer dispute redressal commission respectively. So at each level, these groups are being formed by the government to settle the disputes of the consumers. Confonet scheme. The scheme of computerization and computer networking of consumer fora in the country, it is considered as Confonet, was launched during the 10th plan period in March 2005 at a cost of 48.64 crores. Confonet scheme. Under the project, the consumer fora at all the 3 tiers throughout the country were to be fully computerized to enable access of quicker disposal of cases. This Confonet, it provides computerized disposal of the cases. Means no need of going to the court and to get the hearing of their cases, but due to computerized format, they can solve their problems very easily and quickly. Savera, Society for Advancement of Villages, Empowerment and Rehabilitations of All. The project proposal for organizing information and education and communication. Means the project proposal for organizing information and education and communication IEC program in Katihar and Kishangarh district of Bihar. These all are the projects which are being made by the government to solve the problems in the village areas and the district areas. For strengthening consumer movement at grassroots levels and to set up a consumer counseling committees at village and block level has been sanctioned at a cost of 52.02 lakhs. Thank you all.